So, you've started your own consulting business. That's fantastic. You're wearing all the hats now: marketing, sales, operations, customer service. You name it. But there's one hat that might feel a little heavy: the accountant hat. Maybe you've outsourced this to a CPA or a trusted friend, but a little part of you still worries. Are the tax returns right? The last thing you want is a letter from the IRS. Well, what if I told you that managing your own books isn't rocket science? In fact, learning a tool like QuickBooks is surprisingly easy, and it puts you back in the driver's seat of your business's finances. You'll finally get that good night's sleep, knowing everything is in order. Hi everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of QuickBooks and showing you why it's a game changer for small business owners and consultants. I'm not just a consultant myself. I've spent the last 5 years using QuickBooks to manage my own company. I've also done large-scale ERP implementations, written user guides, and I'm even a certified California tax preparer. So, I know this stuff inside and out, from the corporate level right down to the one-person shop. Why should you learn this? Because knowledge is power. Even if you still have a CPA for final validation, understanding your own books means you can review transactions, spot issues, and even make simple forecasts. You'll know your business performance more frequently. No more waiting for end-of-year surprises. You'll be in control of your revenue and cash flow now. You might be thinking about those 2-day training classes. They're great. But who has 2 full days to spare when you're running a business? Your priority isn't a certificate, it's getting the software up and running efficiently. That's exactly what we're going to focus on. We'll be using the popular desktop version of QuickBooks Pro as our guide. And before you ask, yes, there are online versions and even free alternatives like Wave, which is a good option if you're on a tight budget. But the desktop version has robust features, especially when it comes to importing data for your tax returns. Nobody wants to manually enter all that data into IRS forms. Getting started is simple. You don't need a mountain of information. All you really need to begin is your legal company name and EIN, your logo, names and social security numbers for any employees, and the names and addresses of your customers and vendors. That's it. Once you're set up, you'll fall into a rhythm. For me, I use QuickBooks every Friday to bill clients for projects. I use the Create Invoices feature. When I receive a payment, I process it. Then, every other Friday, I use the Enter Bills feature to track all my expenses. I check my online bank statement to make sure everything matches. It's a simple, weekly routine that keeps me on top of everything. Payroll and taxes follow a similar pattern. I process payroll a week before the month ends, and then handle payroll taxes a week after. It's a systematic process that removes all the stress. When you first open QuickBooks, you'll see tabs at the top like Company, Customers, and Vendors. The main screen shows a flowchart with icons. This is designed to be visual and intuitive. For example, the chart shows that after you create an invoice, the next logical step is to receive a payment, and then record the deposit. It guides you through the process, making it hard to get lost. Now, let's talk about the one thing that can seem intimidating: the chart of accounts. This is just a list of all the accounts your business uses, like office supplies or travel expenses. QuickBooks comes with a default set, so your job is just to review them. Your CPA can give you great advice here. The key is to get this right from the start, as it makes all your financial and tax reporting much smoother. In any business, you really only need a few key forms. The most important one for a consultant is the customer invoice. These days, with credit cards and apps like PayPal or Venmo, the need for formal purchase orders or even writing physical checks is diminishing. So, let's focus on making your invoices look professional. To create a custom invoice, you'll need your company logo and your terms and conditions. In QuickBooks, under the Customer tab, you'll find Create New Invoice. From there, you can manage templates. It's very easy. What I'm set up. I recommend keeping a single format for both products and services to keep things simple. You can even add expense reimbursements as a separate line item. Next up, entering bills. This is for tracking what you owe to vendors. You'll use the Enter Bills feature. Just select the vendor, choose the expense account, and enter the amount. Make sure the due date is correct. There are even memo fields to add notes, which is super helpful for keeping track of what's what. When it's time to pay, you just use the Pay Bills option, and QuickBooks updates everything for you. Now, for the fun part, getting paid. Creating an invoice is just as easy. You select the customer, add the service or product you provided, enter the quantity, and the total is calculated for you. You can add standard messages or custom notes right on the invoice. Once your customer pays, you must record it. This is a two-step process. First, you receive payments against that specific invoice. Then, you record deposits to log that the money is officially in your bank account. It's crucial to do these two steps together to keep your records accurate. For those of you who like to see what's happening behind the scenes, QuickBooks has a cool feature. After you enter a bill or an invoice, you can go to the Report tab and select Transaction Journal. It will show you the debits and credits, the actual accounting entries. This is a fantastic way to check that everything is going to the right accounts. If you spot a mistake, you can just go back and fix it. A quick pro tip on transaction numbering. QuickBooks lets you delete transactions, but it's much better to void them. Voiding keeps the transaction number in your records but changes the amount to 0. This creates a clean audit trail and avoids confusing gaps in your invoice numbers. And that's really the core of it. We've covered setting up your company, establishing a routine, customizing your invoice, and processing both bills and invoices. You see, it's not rocket science at all. By taking control of your bookkeeping, you're not just managing numbers. You're gaining a deeper understanding of your business and building a solid foundation for growth. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on running your small business like a pro. See you in the next one.